So we're going to brew up a V60 cup. We've rinsed the filter, preheated the vessel, adding the coffee. The entire system's on a scale, so my scale reads 25 grams because that's what I just added. I'm going to tear the scale, zero it out. I'm going to start my timer, and when I start my timer, I'm going to start my pour, and this is going to be the bloom pour. I'm going to add double the mass of the ground coffee. So I'm going to slowly pour in 50 grams of water. And I did that in about 13 seconds. So it's not a rushed pour. The object is to saturate the grounds so that the grounds are going to be wet, and it's going to allow the coffee, again, to outgas. This coffee is about 2 days from roast, so it's going to have a lot of trapped gases in it. So I'm going to let it bloom for 45 seconds. And at 45 seconds, I'm going to begin my pour. Nice and slow. I don't want to do anything dramatic. What I'm trying to do is establish a nice flat bed. I'm pouring in nice concentric circles about the size of an American silver dollar. And my goal here is to add 350 grams of water to this system, essentially the entire brew weight, within about 1:20. Never along the paper edges, nice concentric circles. That's it. So that was one long continuous pour. Wasn't rushed. You'll have to change the rate of your pour a little bit depending on how long you let your coffee bloom. So fresher coffee, more gassy coffee, you're going to let bloom for 45 seconds, especially something with this mass. Again, 25 grams of coffee. Older coffee, or coffee that doesn't have the amount of trapped gas in it, you're going to let bloom for 30 seconds. So you're going to have to make up that 15-second differential on your pour depending on the freshness or gassiness of your coffee. There's this thing called a rouse spin. So when you're pouring in this nice concentric circle, see this sort of gas, or this crema, if you will start to spin around and almost leave like a spiral of crema as it finishes brewing in the vessel. The object, at least in our shop, is for this extraction to be complete between 2:15 and 2:30. So right now we're at 2:20, and it's about finishing up in terms of its last few drips in the carafe. Once it's done, once you start seeing it just drip, starting to slow down, just take the filter, the grinds, and the compost pile, and there you have a cup. So it was about 2 minutes, 25 seconds. A little bit about our setup in the shop. Again, we're making, several dozens of these cups a day. But if you want to brew at home, there's no need to copy exactly what we're doing and make the investment that we've made. This is just an acrylic tray that sits on top of a scale. All this is made by the same company, so it all fits together very nicely. So everything's on the scale so I can see the weight. The scale has a built-in timer. But there's no need for you to have this system. You certainly have to have the V60 to brew a V60 cup. But you can just have a gram scale that measures to the accuracy of 1 gram, especially for a brewed cup like this. So a gram scale, and you can have, let's say, a mug of an adequate volume or a Hario server. To me, it's important that you have something that you know is going to have excess headspace or excess volume, or is going to be made of glass, so you can be looking in and saying, oh no, I didn't do the math right, and this is going to be a problem. All you really need to adequately brew this cup is your V60, your filter, and then you need basically a device to catch the brewed coffee.